All right, welcome out here to Memorial Park here in Plover. Plover post 5-4-3. They'll be playing their second game here tonight. I had the 5-4 victory in their first game this evening. A 5-4 winner.
Whenever you get them done, we'll call it, yeah.
And that went 13 innings. They win it in the bottom of the 13th inning, and they improved their record overall to 19-12. So they'll play Chippewa Falls here in this later game. We'll get our starting lineups here.
Tonight the Black Sox will host Chippewa Falls. Now your starting lineup.
We'll get our starting lineups here.
Leading off, second baseman number 51, Brady Smith.
Brady Smith will lead things off at second base.
The catcher number 4, Chase Frederick.
Chase Frederick hitting second and catching.
Number 22, Lucas Logslet.
Lucas Logslet hitting third and shortstop.
Number 2, Preston Alger.
Preston Alger, third baseman, hitting
16,
fourth.
Brecken Bolvier.
Brecken Bolvier, the fifth hitter and designated hitter.
Jackson Google.
Jackson Google.
First baseman number 23, Carter Berg.
Carter Berg hitting seventh at first.
Number 1, Ian Denning.
Ian Denning hitting eighth and in left field.
Number 14, Carter Stelter.
And Carter Stelter will hit ninth in right field.
Number 24, Jackson Donahue.
And Jackson Donahue will get the start for Chippewa Falls.
Spindler, assisted by Adam Bird. Now the starting lineup for your Plover Black Sox.
And Plover coming up here.
Leading off, playing second base, number 10, Lucas Hammerly.
Lucas Hammerly will lead it off and play second base.
Right fielder, number 17, Braylon Nystrom.
Braylon Nystrom hits second in right field.
Number 12, Kaysen Sager.
Kaysen Sager in center field hitting third tonight.
Your cleanup batter, number 5, Chase Geyer.
Chase Geyer out in left field hitting fourth.
Number 24, first baseman, Darren Grabsky.
Darren Grabsky will play first base and hit fifth.
Number 1, Ben Gruba.
Ben Gruba hitting sixth and playing short.
Third baseman, Adam Niskoviak.
Adam Niskoviak at third and hitting seventh.
Designated hitter, number 16, Walker Livernash.
Walker Livernash will hit eighth tonight in designated hit.
Number 9, Tim Sackman.
And Timmy Sackman will catch.
Number 4, Kelton Opper.
And Kelton Opper will get the start tonight here for the Black Sox.
Assisted by Corey Opper, Kyle Zaleski, and Connor Morozic. Your umpires behind the plate tonight, Mr. Ryan Jost. On the bases, Mr. Corey Gersma.
Ryan Jost and Corey Gersmel are umpiring crew here. It's just after, it's at about 9:30 here tonight. Our second game underway here. Had that marathon of a game, the 13-inning first game that Plover got the victory against Manitowoc. A whole new game starts now. Left-hander Kelton Opper goes here in this one. Kelton, who finished his junior year over at Pacelli, and he'll get the start here in the second of two games here for the Black Sox. Plover will be back at it tomorrow. And then they will play again on Sunday. Mike Wendland will be on the call tomorrow. And I'll be back here on Sunday for an afternoon affair here for Plover. And the Schluter Classic out here at Veterans Memorial Park. Out here in Plover. Chase Lyons doing our production here tonight. Brandon Berencott calling the second one, our Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. With complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So this one getting started here momentarily. A little bit of a late start. Obviously the game before this went, we'll just say a long time, but it was a nice win for Plover to come out of there. They improved their overall record to 19-12 here in their home tournament. A lot of baseball going on out here in Plover. Once again, our Auto Select pregame show. Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So we are underway here. And Brady Smith will lead things off here for Chippewa Falls, post 77. Cal Napper, the left-hander, misses down, so it's 1-0 now to Smith. be in there for a called strike one. So it's 1-1 now to Smith. Smith, the second baseman here tonight for Chippewa Falls. Opper's 1-1 pitch misses high, so it's 2-1 now. Defensively, Darren Grabsky over at first, Lucas Hammerly at second, Ben Gruba over at short, Adam Muskowiak at third. Timmy Sackman getting the start again for the second game at catcher. Jay Skyer out in left. Kason Sager out in center, and Braylon Nystrom out in right field. Oh, the 2-1 pitch here, and that's going to be hit. Hammerly not able to get to it, and that'll be a base hit for Brady Smith to lead things off here for Chippewa Falls.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Chase Frederick.
And that'll bring up Chase Frederick now. Chase, the catcher here tonight for Chippewa Falls, a left-handed hitting number 4, Chase Frederick. Brady Smith, the lead runner now for Chippewa Falls over at first. Bunt being shown and a throw back down to first. Down to Grabsky. He'll apply the tag to Smith. Smith slides back in safely, and it's 1-0 now to Frederick. Hopper from the stretch, the bunt. That's going to be a pretty nice bunt and a tough play. Let's see if and it's going to roll foul. It's placed pretty well, I would say, though, but either way, it's a foul ball, and Smith will retreat back over to first. Frederick now with a 1-1 count coming up here from Kelton Hopper. So it's a 1-1 count here from Hopper. The 1-1 pitch swung out and hit out of play. That'll make the parking lot here at Memorial Park. The count goes now to 1-2 to Frederick. Logan Logslet, the on-deck hitter for Chippewa Falls. Hopper's 1-2 offering here to Frederick. Well, he'll step off and throw back to Grabsky to check on Smith. Hopper's 1-2 pitch, and that's going to hit Frederick, so Frederick will be aboard.
Now batting a shortstop, number 22, Lucas Logslet.
By way of the hit by pitch here, and a couple runners aboard now, nobody out for Lucas Logslet. Lucas, the shortstop here for Chippewa Falls. Smith, the lead runner for Chippewa Falls, with a intermediate lead out at second. Hopper fires in for a called strike to Lucas now, so it's 0-1. Preston Alger, the on-deck hitter for post 77. And a bunt shown there by Logslet, a good bunt. Hopper will go to first, and he'll get the out at first, but both base runners for Chippewa Falls advance. With Smith going to third and Frederick down to second. And Preston Alger coming up now with one out and a couple runners in scoring position here for Chippewa Falls. We're just underway here out at Memorial Park. In the nightcap here. Hopper fastball misses down low, so it's now 2-0 to Preston Alger. Preston, the third baseman here tonight, the starting third baseman for Chippewa Falls, hitting tonight in the number 4 spot for post 77. And Opper misses down, so it's now 3-0 to Alger, with Brecken Bolvier on deck.
Yes, perfect.
2-0 pitch here from Opper. That's in there for a called strike. The fastball in there.
Chase, what do we got? 3-1 or
3 and 1. Well, the 3-1. That's going to be hit on the ground. Ranging over is Gruba, but not able to make the play, and that'll be a hit and an RBI for Alger.
Now batting designated hitter, number 16, Brecken Bolvier.
So Brady Smith comes in to score. Chase Frederick over at third now, and 2 outs. Beg your pardon, 1 out. With runners at the corner now for Chippewa Falls, 1 out, and Brecken Bolvier coming up. Brecken, the designated hitter tonight for Chippewa Falls. Fastball in there from Opper to Sackman. Called strike 1. It's 0-1 now. Frederick down at third. Alger over at first. Chippewa Falls with the early 1-0 lead. A foul ball called here. And it becomes 0-2 now. Alger was on the move. And he will go back to first for Chippewa Falls. We're in the top half of inning number 1, just underway here at Memorial Park. Opper checking on Alger there at first. And it called third strike, and a strike him out, throw him out. And it's a first serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kel Opper. Call Jamie Wenzel at serve pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So a couple hits and a run. No errors. Half inning in the books here. It's 1-0 Chippewa Falls. Plover coming up here. Bottom half inning 1 coming up. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, we are back here for the bottom half, inning 1 coming up. One of our many game day sponsors here tonight. Phelps Dairy, the culture of Wisconsin, is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Phelps' Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Also brought to you tonight in part by S.E. Swiderski and SES Apartment. Our home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.E. Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit SESwiderski.com for more. So Jackson Donahue will start here tonight for Chippewa Falls. A lanky right-hander getting the start. And he'll see Lucas Hammerly followed by Braylon Nystrom, Kason Sager, Chase Geyer, Darren Grabsky, Ben Gruba, Adam Niskoviak, Walker Liverdash, and Tim Sackman rounding out the batting order for the Plover Black Sox here. Bottom half, inning one coming up here. Also want to thanks to Seamless Commercial Roofing. Does your roof need attention? We'll call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. If you have recent hail damage to your home or business, Seamless Commercial Roofing is your hail damage expert, and their workmanship is always guaranteed. Call them today for a free estimate. That's Seamless Commercial Roofing. Call 715-204-8103. That's Seamless Commercial Roofing. So Lucas Hammerly will lead things off here. He looks at ball one. It's 1-0 now. And Donahue, the right-hander, working from the stretch here for Chippewa Falls. Hammerly showing bunt. He'll bunt that foul. So it's 1-1 now. So this game, yeah, probably about 9:30, I think, is about what the time we started here. Of course, the game before that, a thriller with Plover coming out on the victorious end, 5-4, advancing their record to 19-12 on the year. Oh, it's a 1-2 count now here to Hammerly. And Hammerly waves at strike three. So the first out here and the first strikeout for
Number 17, Braylon Nystrom.
Jackson Donahue. And that'll bring up Braylon Nystrom now. Braylon had a couple hits in his first game tonight. And Donahue misses down, so it's 1-0 now. A 1-0 count here from Donahue from the stretch. Nobody on. Braylon hits that pretty well, but that's going to be right at center fielder in the F8. For the second out here for Plover, and that'll bring up Kason Sager, and that was Jackson Google making the play out in center for Chippewa Falls to retire Braylon Nystrom for the second out, and center fielder Kason Sager coming up. Should he reach Chase Geyer, the on-deck hitter for Plover. That's in there for a called strike, so it's 0-1 now to Sager. Kason hits that over to first. That's going to be tough play. They're not able to get in. Sager wheeling over to second, and he'll be in there second with heads-up base running for Kason Sager.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Chase Geyer.
And that'll bring up Chase Geyer. Looks like they're going to maybe score that. Scoring that an error. So Sager aboard on second now for Chase Geyer, the left fielder. Chase skying that one out to center, and that will be caught for out number 3.
No runs, no hits. There was one left.
No runs, no hits, no errors. I beg your pardon, 1 error.
Total pitches for Donahue, 9.
And 1 inning in the book here. Chippewa Falls out front 1-0. Second inning coming up. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Pan-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
All right, we are back out here for the second inning coming up here. Zaleski Sports bringing you this one here down at the Schluter Classic here in Plover. Second of 2 games tonight, again, as we mentioned, for Plover. I give thanks to one of our many game day sponsors tonight, and that's Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's Pan-Style Pizza and Pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. So Jackson Google will lead things off here for Chippewa Falls, followed by Carter Berg and Ian Denning.
The center fielder, number 37, Jackson Google.
So Kel Knopper out for his second inning of work tonight. Same umpiring crew as we had in the first game between Plover and Manitowoc. Corey Gersmill and Ryan Yost. Corey, the on-field umpire tonight. Ryan, the plate umpire. And Upper working here from the stretch. Bunt placed. Pretty nice one at that. And they're going to get Google for the first out. So the 2-3 put out. So Tim Sackman making the play, and that was a tough one. It was really kind of between Calton there and Sackman. Sackman goes over to make the play and gets Google by an eyelash, and it's 1 out now for Carter Berg. Carter, the first baseman here, hitting tonight in the 7th spot. And Berg out front, so 0-1 now here. 1 out here, top half inning number 2. Chippewa Falls strikes first. And that ball hit out of play, and it's now 0-2 to Berg. American Legion baseball here. Opper's 0-2 pitch. And that's in there for a called third strike on the second out. And the second Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout tonight for Kelton Opper. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice and cleanup and restoration. So Ian Denning now with 2 outs. The left fielder, his first at-bat tonight. Left-handed hitting Ian Denning. Hopper working from the stretch, and he misses high, so it's 1-0 now to Ian. Carter Stelter, the on-deck hitter there for Chippewa Falls. Called strike in there, fastball by Hopper. And a fastball in there. It's now 1-2 to Denning. And the 1-2 pitch, 2 outs here to Denning. And a called third strike, the second in a row, and another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kelton Opper. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice and cleanup and restoration. A 1-2-3 inning for Opper. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 2. Chippewa Falls out front 1-0. You've been listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, we're back out here for the bottom half of inning number 2. And Darren Grabsky will lead things off here, his first at bat here tonight for Plover in the second of 2 games. Jackson Donahue out for his second inning of work. So Grabsky, Gruba, and Niskoviak, 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Black Sox. Donahue's pitch is in there for a called strike, so it's 0-1 now to Grabsky.
She played for Point State. Yeah, she was there for a while, and then Fire Party tournament or something, so she went to that. Oh, you said a 3 now.
Grabsky on the ground over to short, ranging over to make the play, and a 6-3 putout for out number 1.
Now batting shortstop, number 1, Ben Gruba.
That was Lucas Logslet making the play, ranging over to his right there to retire Grabsky. And Ben Gruba coming up. The shortstop Ben Gruba, the number 6 hitter here for Plover, with Adam Niskoviak on deck. 1 out, and Donahue working out of the stretch for Chippewa Falls. The pitch misses down though, so it's 1-0. And a fastball in there, so it's 1-1 now to Gruba. One offering here from Donahue. In there for strike number 2, so it's 1-2 now. Jackson with a strikeout here tonight. Through an inning and a third. So it's 2-2 now here to Ben Gruba. Donahue's pitch misses high, so it goes full now to Ben. Bottom of second here. Chippewa Falls with the 2 hits and the 1 run thus far. Plover looking to get on the board. And Ben Gruba will be on base here with a base on ball. 1 out now coming up, and Adam Niskoviak. Gruba down at first. And that pitch is in there for a called strike to Adams, so it's 0-1 now. Donahue's pitch, a swing and a miss. So it goes 0-2 now to Niskoviak. So 1 out, 0-2 with Gruba down at first. Donahue steps off momentarily. Gruba back in. So the 0-2 pitch here from the stretch to Niskoviak. And ball hit in the air. That play will be made there. So the F2 to retire Niskoviak for the second out.
How about a designated hitter, number 16, Walker Livernash.
Chase Frederick camping out under that to make the F2 for second out. And Walker Livernash coming up His first at bat tonight, the designated hitter Walker hitting tonight in the number 8 spot here for Plover. 2 outs with Gruba over at first. Donahue working from the stretch here, the pitch. And it'll be in there for a called strike to Livernash, so it's 0-1 now. One pitch down low, so 1-1 now to Walker. Gruba with a lead over at first. And Livernash, and play will be made. So the F6 to retire Walker Livernash for out number 3.
After 2 complete, Chippewa Falls 1, Plover 0.
2 innings in the books here. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 innings complete. Chippewa Falls out front 1-0. We move to the third here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Third inning coming up here momentarily.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, we are back here for the third inning of work coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors here tonight, Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. So Kelton Hopper out for his third inning of work here. Chippewa Falls strikes first. They're out front 1-0. We are in the top half of inning number 3. Carter Stelter will lead things off. They go 9-1-2. So Stelter, Brady Smith, and Chase Frederick coming up for Chippewa Falls. Closing in on that 10 o'clock hour here out at Memorial Park. Just joining us, Plover winning first of 2 games by a score of 5-4 in 13 innings. So right fielder Carter Stelter coming up now. And the pitch from Hopper is hit in the air. We'll see if that should stay in play. And Grabsky able to make the play there for out number 1.
Now batting the leadoff batter, second baseman number 51, Brady Smith.
And the leadoff hitter and Brady Smith, he singled and scored the first run here tonight for Chippewa Falls, the only run in fact. So he's 1 for 1 tonight. Second baseman number 51, Brady Smith. And Hopper's pitch here is in there for a called strike. The 1 pitch here skips down low and in the dirt to Smith, so it goes 1-1 now. Nobody on base here, 1 out. We're in the top half, inning number 3. Chippewa Falls out front 3-0, or beg your pardon, 1-0. 1-0, and all chopped on the ground over to Gruba. He'll range over and make the play. Grabsky stretching for that, the 6-3 to retire Smith for out number 2.
The catcher, number 4, Chase Frederick.
And that'll bring the catcher here in Chase Frederick, number 4. Chase was hit by a pitch back in inning 1 here. So Opper working with 2 outs here in the top half of this third frame here, and a called strike to Frederick. So lefty versus lefty here. Frederick the lefty, and obviously Opper the lefty here for Plover. Off-speed pitch misses down, so it's 1-1 now. And Opper's fastball misses a bit high, so it goes to 2-1 now. Lucas Logslet, the on-deck hitter for Chippewa Falls. Opper 2-1 here with 2 outs. Working here from the stretch, the pitch. Pitch just missed, so it goes hitters count 3-1 to Frederick. And a called strike to Frederick, and I'm not sure he thought that was a strike, as he was about 3.5 meters down the first base line here.
This is America. We don't use meters.
Ball hit in the air out to Geyer. And that's going to drop in there for a single for Frederick. 2-out base hit for Chase Frederick. Oh man, I tell you. So pinch run, courtesy runner for the catcher Frederick. And it looks like that's Dan Hayes will courtesy run for Chase Frederick with 2 outs. And Lucas Logslet coming up here. He is 0 for 1 tonight in this one. Had the 1-3 ground out. The number 3 hitter here. And that ball hit out of play and foul. So it goes 0-1 now to Logslet. Whole crew up here doing a good job, all of us. We've been together in this press box for a decent amount of time, we'll say. Pitch misses, so it's 1-1 now. So Hayes over at first. That's in there for strike 2 to Logslet. So it's 1-2 now. So the 1-2. Oh, it's 1-2 now to Logslet. That ball hit pretty well, but coming in on it is, yeah, it's going to be a base hit. That'll drop out there for a single for Logslet, and Hayes down at second, and Lucas Logslet at first with a single. So a couple consecutive base hits here, and Preston Alger coming up here. Preston is 1 for 1 tonight. He had a single back in the first inning here for Chippewa Falls. Opper trying to work out of this third inning here with 2 outs. And the third baseman, Preston Alger. And Opper misses, so it is 1-0 out here to Alger. So a couple of base hits here for Frederick and Logslet. And Hopper misses. So it's 2-0 now here to Alger here. And Hopper comes in with a fastball, and it's now 2-1 to Alger. Hayes down at second, and Logslet down at first. 2-1 pitch here, 2 outs. Hopper working to Alger here. And a swing and a miss to Preston, so it's 1-2 now. So a 2-2 count here from Hopper with 2 outs. Alger will, the very last moment, call a brief time here with a 2-2 count coming up. Oh, the 2-2 pitch here to Alger. Fouled back into the fencing here. Remains 2-2 now. We're in the top half of inning number 3 here. Hopper's 2-2 pitch coming up. Breaking ball hit in the hole. That's going to be a single. And run coming home here. And Hayes will score on that, so it's 2-0 now.
Now batting designated hitter, number 16, Brecken Bolvier.
And Brecken Bolvier coming up. So 3 consecutive singles here for Chippewa Falls in this top half of inning number 3. And that brings up Brecken Bolvier here. He struck out looking in his first at-bat in inning number 1 here. Runners at first and second here. Hopper's pitch in there for a called strike to Bolvier. Alger over at first, and Logslet down at second. Pitch misses high to Bolvier. So it's 1-1 to Brecken. That ball's going to be hit out of play and foul. That'll catch the end of the roadway there. So it's 1-2 now to Bolvier. Chippewa Falls with 5 hits here thus far tonight. The 2 runs on the 5 hits. And that one hit foul. Let's see if that hits Chase's car. No, it didn't. It's good. I'm just kidding, Chase. All in good fun. All in good fun. So it is 1-2 now to Bolvier. And the off-speed pitch misses low, and Sackman, they'll check to see if he went. He did not, so it's 2-2 now. Sackman doing a nice job to keep that baseball in front of him. Keep the runners put at first and second here, and the 2-2 pitch coming up here from Hopper. And that just misses, so it goes full now to Brecken. Jackson Google, the on-deck hitter, should Brecken reach here. So full count coming up. Hopper steps off. No throw back to second, but Logslet retreats back. Both runners with Intermediate leads and a called third strike. And that's another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kelton Opper. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So
2 and Plover 0. Total pitches for Opper 53.
3 hits, a run, couple left on, no errors. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 3. Chippewa falls out front 2-0. Plover coming up bottom half inning 3. Been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on the journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, back out here. Third, bottom half inning number 3. Timmy Sackman here with an 0-1 count from Jackson Donahue in his third inning of work. And Tim lines that one foul down the third base line into the bullpen area here at Memorial, down the left field line there. So it's an 0-2 count coming up here from Donahue to Sackman. Tim's first at bat here in the second game tonight. And he'll hit that on the ground. Donahue takes it himself. He'll run it over, make the flip over to his first baseman for the first out, and Sackman retired on the 1-3 ground out for out number 1. In the top of the order coming back here, and Lucas Hammerly is 0 for 1 here in this game. Hammerly swings and misses through Donahue off-speed pitch. It's 0-1 now here to Hammerly. Braylon Nystrom, the on-deck hitter for Plover. Called strike in there. It's 0-2 now. Quickly to Lucas Hammerly. Hammerly fouls that one on and out of play. And it is 0-2 now. And Hammerly hits that one in the fence. Owen Mansavage chasing after those for the Black Sox here. Foul balls. Hustling to keep the game going. Nice job. So it's ball outside and up here. So it's 1-2 now. Donahue working from the stretch with a 1-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom half inning number 3. Plover trailing 2-0 here. And Donahue misses. And count now goes even at 2-2. And Jackson's pitch just missed, so it's a full count now. Hammerly hits that one pretty well out into left, but ranging over to make the play there for second out, the F7 to retire Hammerly. That was Ian Denning out there to make the play for out number 2. That brings up Braylon Nystrom. Braylon flew out to center field here tonight, the F8. Pitch in there for called strike to Nystrom, so it's 0-1 now. Donahue's pitch misses, so 1-1 now to Braylon Nystrom. And that ball hit hard out into left. That'll be a single for Nystrom, and the first hit of the game here for Plover. A 2-out base hit for Braylon Nystrom.
Eddie Sankey to the press box. Eddie Sankey to the press box, please.
And Kaysen Sager coming up now with 2 outs and Nystrom over at first. Pitch to Sager. That ball, that's going to be a tough play, and they're going to get Nystrom in the, so we'll sort all of that out as far as the scoring and everything goes, but a couple of hits here, no runs, no errors, 1 left here. 3 innings are in the books here. Plover trailing 2-0. We move to the 4th inning of play here. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back out here. 4th inning of work coming up here for Kel Knopper and the Plover Black Sox. They trail 2-0 here. One of our many game day sponsors here in Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Also brought to you tonight in part by Shuda Funeral. Shuda Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home, committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shoot a funeral home of Stevens Point and Plover. So Jackson Google, the center fielder, to start things off here for Chippewa Falls here in this top half of inning number 4 here. Jackson 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded in the 2-3 put out back in inning number 2 to Jackson. He looks at ball 1 now, so it's 1-0 to Jackson with Carter Berg, the on-deck hitter for Chippewa Falls. Hopper coming in with a fastball, a swing and a miss. So it's 1-1 now to Google. And Hopper will miss high on that, so it's 2-1. Hopper coming in with a called strike, so he goes 2-2 now to Google. Hopper's 2-2 pitch coming up here, and a swing and a miss for first out here. A swing and a miss. That's his first strikeout of this inning. And that's another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here for Kelton Hopper. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So the 5th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Kelton Hopper. Carter Berg here. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking back in inning number 2. And he looks at a fastball in there for called strike. So it's 0-1 now to Berg. And it's now 0-2. And that'll miss, so it's 1-2 now. Maybe seeing and that's hit sharply out into left. Geyer will track that one down. That'll be a base hit for Carter Berg.
Now batting left fielder, number 1, Ian Denning.
1 for 2 now for Carter, and that brings up Ian Denning. Ian 0 for 1 tonight, struck out looking in inning number 2 here. So 1 out here for Denning. Left-handed hitting left fielder in Ian Denning. He'll bunt that one foul. Carter Stelter, the on-deck hitter for Chippewa Falls. Noskoviak up on the grass here for Plover over at third. And that one just missed, so it's 1-1 now to Denning. Bunt being shown, a called strike, throw back down to first. Berg back in there, and Denning with a 1-2 count coming up here. 1 out here in the top half of inning number 4. Plover trailing 2-0 here in this one. And a breaking ball in there, and that's a called third strike, and the 6th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Kelton Hopper in this one. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. 2 outs now for Carter Stelter. Carter 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to Grabsky over at first in his last at-bat back over in inning number 3, and he looks at a called strike. So 2 outs with Berg over at first. Hopper's 0-1 pitch coming up here, and it is down low, and Sackman, ball just gets away out of his grasp. Berg gets down to second now. So Kelton and Timmy, I got a bit of a history, both obviously with the Black Sox, but pitcher-catcher duo over in the Pacelli days as well. And that ball will get down and away and goes 2-1, and Berg gets down to third now. So it's 2-1 now with 2 outs. And that just misses, so it goes 3-1 to Stelter. Stelter, the 9 hitter here And that's in there for a called strike. So it's a full count now to Stelter. 2 outs with Berg down at third. Ball hit on the ground over to Niskoviak. He'll make the play, and nice play there by Adam Niskoviak. The 5-3 put out to retire Carter Stelter for the third out. So a hit, no runs. It's 2-0 now. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 4. Chippewa Falls out front 2-0. Bottom fourth coming up here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, back out here, bottom half of inning number 4 coming up here. 4, 5, and 6 with Geyer, Grabsky, and Gruba. For Plover, they trail 2-0. One of our many game day sponsors tonight, Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. So Chase Geyer will lead things off here. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to center field back over in inning number 1. So again, 4, 5, and 6 with Grabsky, with Geyer, Grabsky, and Gruba. Donahue out. And a 1 pitch, 1 out. Geyer flies to second there. Lines to second, we'll say. So it's 1 out now for Darren Grabsky. Darren is 0 for 1 in this one here. Grounded to short in the second inning here. And hit over to third, the grounder, and play is made for the second out. So the 5-3 ground out for Grabsky for out number 2. Preston Alger making the play on that for post 77 here. And there's 2 outs now for Ben Gruba. Ben walked in his last plate appearance back in the second inning. And pitch in there for a called strike. It's 0-1 now to Gruba. And Gruba swings and misses at it, so it's 0-2 now. And Donahue misses down, so it's 1-2 now. And that's a called third strike, and Gruba down on strikes or the third out here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 4 innings are in the books. We'll move to the 5th inning of play here. Chippewa Falls out front 2-0. 5th inning coming up here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in. If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, we're back out here. 5th inning coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors tonight, Staub Construction. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. So Brady Smith leading things off here for Chippewa Falls in the top half of inning number 5. Kel Knopper back out for his 5th inning of work. And that'll miss downstairs, so it's 1-0 now. Knopper, this is outside, so it goes 2-0. Smith is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled and scored a run back in inning 1 and grounded to short in inning number 3. And Hopper misses inside, so it's a 3-0 count now to Smith. And that's in there for a called strike, so a 3-1 count now to Smith. And Smith aboard with a base on ball.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Chase Frederick.
Bringing up the catcher here, the number 2 hitter tonight, and Chase Frederick. He singled and scored a run in inning number 3. He was hit by a pitch in inning number 1. So Frederick 1 for 1 tonight. And a bunt and Sackman there. And they're going to double off Smith over at first there. So the double play.
Now batting the shortstop, number 22, Lucas Logslet.
And that'll bring up Lucas Logslet now. Lucas is 1 for 2 here. Singled in inning 3. Quickly 2 outs now here for Hopper and the Black Sox, and that is in there for a called strike to Lucas, so it's 0-1 now. Hopper's pitch misses, so count goes to 1-1. And a swing and a miss on the fastball there, so it's 1-2 now to Logslet. We're about an hour in the game, hour into this one. This one started around 9:30 or so. It's a 2-2 count here now to Logslet. That ball hit sharply up the middle. That'll be a single for Lucas. And he's got a 2-hit night here for Chippewa Falls.
Now batting third baseman, number 2, Preston Elger.
And Elger coming up here, the cleanup hitter for Chippewa Falls. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Couple of singles here for Preston. So 2 outs here with Elger and Logslet down at first. And a swing and a miss here, so it's 0-1 now. And Alger will foul that one off, so it's 0-2. Pitch misses down, so 1-2 here now to Preston. Brecken Bolvier, the on-deck hitter for Chippewa Falls. And it's 2-2 now to Preston. And Opper's pitch misses up, so it's full count now to Preston Alger. Opper's 3-2 pitch coming up here to Alger. That's going to be hit foul into the netting here. So it remains 3-2. We're in the top half of the 5th inning here. Plover trailing 2-0. Chippewa Falls with the 7 hits tonight. Plover with a 2.
Perfect time. That didn't go over last time. Expect him to come again.
And that misses, so Alger is aboard with a base on ball.
Now batting designated hitter number 16, Brecken Bolvier.
And that'll bring up Brecken Bolvier. Brecken is 0 for 2 tonight. So Logs let down at second and Alger down at first. And that's going to be grounded just out of the reach of, that's going to be a tough play. And they're going to call interference there, and that'll be the 3rd out. And we will move.
No runs, 1 hit. There were
1 hit, no runs, 2 left, no errors. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 5. Plover trailing 2-0 here in this one. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we're back out here for the bottom half of inning 5 coming up here. Adam Neskoviak to lead things off. So we go 7, 8, 9. So Neskoviak, Livernash, Sackman. One of our many game day sponsors tonight, Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays for Wisconsin's finest cheese. Stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. So Neskoviak will lead things off here. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Donahue back out for his 5th inning of work for Chippewa Falls. Plover with just the 2 hits thus far through 4+ here, and Donahue misses, so it's now 2-0 to Neskoviak. And Donahue fires a strike in there for called strike one, so it's 2-1 now to Adam. And Skoviak pushes the count now to 3-1. Mentioned Plover with 2 hits thus far. And that ball is going to get just foul just over the third base dugout there. So it's a full count coming up here to Adam Skoviak. Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early childhood learning. For infants through 4K, you'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. It's a full count here to Skoviak. And off the handle of Adam's bat there. So it will remain a full count here to Adam. Adam looking to try to start things off here in this bottom half of 5th inning. And he'll reach on a base on ball, so Skoviak aboard now for Walker Livernash. Walker is 0 for 1 tonight. He popped up to short in his first at-bat. That was back in the 2nd inning. And he'll look at ball 1 now, so it's 1-0 to Walker. Timmy Sackman, the on-deck hitter for Plover. There's nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Donahue works from the stretch. And that's going to get Livernash, so he'll be aboard by way of being hit by a pitch here.
How about a catcher? Number 9, Tim Sackman.
A couple runners on now, nobody out for Tim Sackman. Coach coming out here to say a few words. We'll stay right here unless there's a change of pitchers. So a couple runners aboard, nobody out here. I give thanks to one of our many game day sponsors tonight, Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. So Coach going to stay with Donahue here. Couple runners on here with nobody out, and Tim Sackman coming up here. Timmy is 0 for 1 here tonight. So Donahue's pitch from the stretch. Sackman getting a bunt down the third base line. The play, it's going to be a tough play. And he threw it away, and a run will come across and score the first run here for Plover. As that's Skoviak coming across to score.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10, Lucas Hammerly.
And a single for Sackman. That puts runners on the corner now for Lucas Hammerly. Lucas 0 for 2 in this one. Chase Frederick, the catcher, calling out some defensive situational stuff here to his infield. So Hammerly looks at ball one now. It's 1-0. Runners at the corner with Livernash down at third, Sackman down at first. Still nobody out here. Plover on the board now with a run. It's 2-1. Hammerly fouls that one off, so it's 1-1 count coming up here. And Donahue misses down low, so it becomes a 2-1 count. So 2-1 to Hammerly. And Hammerly hits that one pretty hard, going back on it and making the play, but a run will score here with Livernash coming in to tag up and tie things up here at 2 apiece.
Now batting the right fielder, number 17, Braylon Nystrom.
So the first out here, but Hammerly with the sac fly out to center to plate Walker Livernash, and it's tied at 2 apiece here for Braylon Nystrom. And Nystrom looks at a called strike here. Braylon is 1 for 2 here in this one. Singled back in inning 3 and flew out to center back in inning number 1. Tim Sackman, the lead runner, what would be the go-ahead runner there at second base. And that ball hit. It's unable to track that one, and Nystrom will stay alive on that one. So it's 1-2 now to Nystrom with 1 out, and Sackman down at second. We're even at 2 apiece here. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning here. Jace Lyons on our production staff tonight. Brandon Barroncott here on the call of this one. And that's in there for a called third strike, and the second out here.
Center fielder, number 12, Kason Sager.
And that'll bring up Kason Sager now. Kason 1 for 2 here tonight. And a fastball in there for called strike 1. So the 0-1 pitch here from Donahue. Sackman going on that one, and he'll end up at third. And it's an 0-2 count coming up now to Kason Sager. Ball hit sharply over to third, and they'll say he made that play. And Plover does come up with a couple of runs on a base hit. And 5 innings are in the books now. It's 2-2 here. We'll move to the 6th inning. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. 6th inning coming up here momentarily.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we're back out here. The 6th inning coming up here. Kelton Opper back out for inning number 6 tonight for the Black Sox, and he'll go through 6, 7, and 8 here for Chippewa Falls and Jackson Google, Carterberg, and Ian Denning. Plover tying things up in that last half inning here. I'll give thanks to our many game day sponsors, one of them being Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done, offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivered to any job site. Look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. Jackson Google will lead things off here in this top half of inning number 6. Jackson is 0 for 2 here tonight in this one. He struck out his last at-bat. Jackson, the center fielder here this evening. And that's in there for a strike. Ball hit pretty high in the air. Sager there to make the play. For out number 1. And that brings up Carterberg. Carter is 1 for 2 here tonight. He singled in inning 4 and struck out looking in inning number 2. And that ball's going to be hit out of play and foul, so it's 0-1 now to Berg. So Berg, the 7-hitter, followed by Ian Denning. That ball hit over in the hole. That'll be a hit. And that's the 2nd hit here tonight for Carter Berg. So a 2-hit night for Berg, and he's aboard now at first.
Pinch hitter for Chippewa Falls, number 9, Dom Hayes.
And Dom Hayes now the pinch hitter. He'll pinch hit here in the number 8 spot for Ian Denning. We saw him as a pinch runner as well earlier. So there's 1 out now for Dom Hayes. Berg down at first. Opper from the stretch. The pitch misses down though. And a swing and a miss to Hayes, so it's 1-1. And that'll miss, so it's 2-1 now to Hayes. Berg over at first. Hit on the ground is short. They'll go to 2 and they'll try for the double play. They will not get it, but they will get the lead out at second there.
Now by the great fielder, number 14, Carter Stelter.
So Hayes down at first. 2 outs for Carter Stelter. Carter's 0 for 2 here tonight. He grounded over to third, over to Neskovac in his last at-bat, and that was in inning 4. And he flew out to Grabsky over at first in inning 3. And a strike in there to move the count now to 1-1 to Stelter. So 1-1 with 2 outs here to Stelter, and that's going to be hit foul into the netting here. So it's 1-2. Stelter hitting in the 9 spot here for Chippewa Falls. And that'll be a swing and a miss for the 3rd strike and the 7th Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Kelton Upper. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. We're through 5.5 innings complete here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 6. All tied up here at 2 apiece. You are listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, we're back out here. The bottom half of inning 6 coming up here. Want to give thanks to our many game day sponsors here tonight. Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. Chase Geyer coming up here. He'll lead things off, so it's 4, 5, and 6 here for Plover. Geyer 0 for 2 here tonight in this one. And Donahue fires in there for a called strike. So Donahue out for his 6th inning of work here for Chippewa Falls. 2-2 the score here. Bottom of the 6th. Geyer hits that one pretty well. Going back on it. And that's off the wall. And Geyer in there with a double. I thought that ball might have had a chance to get up and get out of here, but nevertheless, Geyer gave that one a ride, and that's a double for Chase Geyer.
Now back first baseman, number 24, Derek Grabsky.
And nobody out here now, and Darren Grabsky coming up. So Geyer giving that one a ride out to the signage out there in left field.
Pinch runner for Plover, number 11, Joe Shizik.
Joe Shizik will pinch run for Geyer out at second. Nobody out here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here. And we're just entering the 11 o'clock hour here in Plover. Nobody out here, and Grabsky up. And Shizik will get down to third. So it's 1-0 now to Grabsky with go-ahead run just 90 feet away there in Shizik. Pinch running for Geyer. And Donahue misses up, so it goes 2-0 now to Grabsky. So a 2-0 count coming up to Grabski with a runner at third and nobody out. Donahue's pitch here is in there for a called strike, so it's 2-1 now. And Grabski's going to hit that one out of play and foul. Pretty late here in this one. Grabski's going to foul that one off, so he'll stay alive at 2-2. Already in the top or the bottom half of inning number 6 here. Grabski chops that one on the ground. That's going to be a tough play, and coming home to score is Shizik. And the go-ahead run for Plover, so it's 3-2 now, and Grabski aboard. I'm saying that's a hit. Yep, you betcha.
Now batting shortstop, number 1, Ben Gruba.
So mound visit here. We'll see what happens here, if there's a pitching change or not. If there is, we'll take a break. If there's not, and it looks like there will be a change of pitchers here, so we'll go to commercial pause. Plover now out front, 3-2 here. Nobody out. We're in the bottom half of inning number 6. You've been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, we are back here. Pitching change for Chippewa Falls. That's Brecken Bolvier coming out in relief here of Jackson Donahue. Brecken, the left-hander, here in relief. And Plover now out front, 3-2 here. On the RBI single for Darren Grabski that drove in Shizik, the pinch runner for Chase Geyer, and there's nobody out here. We're in the bottom half of inning 6, and Ben Gruba coming up here. And a bunt, and a beautiful bunt there. Beautifully placed. But they will get the out to get Gruba, but Grabski advances over to second.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Adam Niskoviak.
That'll be the first out here, and Adam Niskoviak coming up. Adam 0 for 1 tonight. He walked and scored a run and popped out to the catcher, so he is 0 for 1 here with that run scored.
Pinch running, number 22, Tyler Gerard.
Tyler Gerard will pinch run for Ben Gruba. Or I'm sorry, for Grabski. Beg your pardon. Now that ball hit out into center. That's going to be a tough play, but a good catch made there to retire Niskoviak for the second out, and I believe that was
Designated hitter, number 16.
that was Google making the play out there in center, sliding there to make that play, and it's 2 outs now for Walker Livernash. Walker 0 for 1 tonight. His last plate appearance, he walked and scored a run. And that ball in there for a called strike to Livernash, so it's 0-1 now. Plover now with a 3-2 lead. And Livernash with an 0-1 count. And it just misses now, so it's 1-1. Ball misses down though, so 2-1 now to Livernash. And Bolvier misses high, so it's a hitter's count, 3-1 now coming up to Walker Livernash. Bolvier from the stretch, the pitch. Fouled off by Livernash, so it goes full now. Gerard, the pinch runner, out at second. Full count coming up here to Livernash. And Livernash will walk now, so his second walk tonight in this game. And
Now batting the catcher, number 9.
Timmy Sackman coming up. Tim is 1 for 2 here in this one. So a couple runners aboard now with Gerard pinch running out at second and Livernash over at first here. And Timmy Sackman at the dish, and he'll swing and miss at strike number 1, so it's 0-1. And Tim swings and misses at that one, so it's now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch coming up here to Tim Sackman. That'll miss, so it's 1-2 now. And Timmy fouls that one off. So it's a 1-2 count now to Tim Sackman. Tim hits that one, but they're playing him in there in the F8. That'll retire Sackman for the third out here. They do go out front here, 3-2. 7th inning coming up here. Let's see if Plover can try to close this one out here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
All right, we are back out here for the 7th inning. Plover trying to close this one out. They have the 3-2 advantage here. Want to thank our game day sponsors today. Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Also want to thank Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So Darren Grabsky will try to close this out here for the Black Sox in the top half of inning number 7. And he'll be going through 1, 2, and 3 here with Brady Smith, Chase Frederick, and Lucas Logslet for Chippewa Falls. Grabsky, the right-hander, trying to close this one down, and if he is able to do so, Plover would move to 2-0 here in this weekend tournament here at Memorial Park, but 3 outs to go, as they say, and Brady Smith
leading off for Chippewa Falls in the 7th. The leadoff batter, number 51, second baseman Brady Smith.
And Brady Smith coming up here, who will lead things off here for Chippewa Falls. So 1, 2, 3. Grabsky to go through the top of the order here. And a nice pitch in there for a called strike. So it's 0-1 now here to Smith. And that'll just miss. So it's 1-1 now. So Smith 1 for 2 tonight. That's chopped over to short. Gruba going to make the play, the 6-3 put out for out number 1 here to retire Brady Smith. And coming up is Chase Frederick.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Chase Frederick.
Chase 1 for 2 here tonight. He popped up to the catcher in his last at-bat. He singled and scored a run in inning number 3 and was hit by a pitch in inning 1 here. So it's 1-0 now to Frederick. And a fastball in there from Grabsky to Frederick, so it's 1-1 now. Grabsky misses down low, so it goes 2-1 now. And that'll just miss, so it's 3-1 now.
Now batting the shortstop, number 22, Lucas Logslet.
So Logslet coming up here with Frederick down at first.
22.
And Lucas Logslet coming up here. Lucas a couple of base hits tonight. He's 2 for 3 on the night. With Frederick over at first. Grabsky from the stretch here with 1 out. And that's in there for a called strike to Logslet. So the 0-1 here is down low, and Logslet here with a 1-1 count. Grabsky will check over on Frederick there at first.
That was the first time I've ever seen Darren not throw over on before the first pitch. Maybe ever in my life.
And he'll skip that one down low. Timmy does a nice job to block that one, keep that base runner there at first. So it's 2-1 now here to Logslet. And Lucas with a couple of singles here tonight in this one for Chippewa Falls. Grabsky checking back on Frederick there.
Save a good one.
Ball hit in the hole. That's going to be a tough play, and that's going to... Ruben does a nice job to keep that in play. That'll be a hit, though, for...
Now batting third baseman, number 2, Preston Elger.
For Logslet. And Lucas with a 3-hit night now, and that'll bring up Preston Alger. Preston 2 for 2 tonight. Couple of singles and a walk. Runners at first and second, one out here. Grabsky to Alger. And a nice pitch in there for a called strike, so it's 0-1 now to Alger. And they're going to call Grabsky, it looks like, for the balk. Frederick will go to third, and Logslet will go to second, so it's second and third now with one out. It's 0-1 now to Alger.
When he stepped back, I don't know exactly what.
Ball's hit out of play. Oh, it's 0-2 now here to Alger. And that ball hit pretty well going back on it, and that's going to be off the wall. So a couple runs are going to come across on that. And that'll be a double for Alger and a 3-hit night for Preston.
Now batting the pitcher, number 16, Brecken Bovier.
And now Chippewa Falls takes the 4-3 lead here, and Brecken Bovier coming up. Brecken's 0 for 3 here tonight at the plate for Chippewa Falls. And a called strike in there to Bovier now, so it is an 0-1 count. Alger out at second. He's collected 3 hits tonight for Chippewa Falls. And that's a swing and a miss, so it goes 0-2 now to Bovier. And that'll just miss, so it's 1-2 to Bovier. Alger with a lead out at second. Bovier hits that one foul and out of play down the left field line just beyond the bullpen there. The count remains 1-2 now to Bovier. And that'll be hit over to short. Gruba will make The throw over to first to get Bolvier on the 6-3 ground out. And the second out, and Alger moves to third. And that'll bring up Jackson Google here, the center fielder hitting tonight in the number 6 spot. He's 0 for 3 tonight in this one. Flew out to center field his last at-bat, struck out and grounded in the 2-3 in inning number 2. And that pitch will get away from Sackman. Run coming home and not going to be in time though, so Alger will score the 5th run for Chippewa Falls. And it's 1-0 now here to Google, so Chippewa Falls now with a 5-3 advantage here. We're in the top half of inning number 7. 2 outs here with Jackson Google here in a 1-0 count. Coming up here from Darren Grabsky. Fastball in there for called strike. And the bunt, Sackman will make the play there, and a nice one at that, and that'll retire Jackson Google for the 3rd out. 3 runs do come across here now, so Chippewa Falls goes out front 5-3 on the 3 runs. Couple hits here. Plover coming up, bottom half of inning number 7. We'll be back here in just a moment. You've been listening to American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in. If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, we're back out here, bottom half of inning number 7 coming up here. Last call here for Plover. And the top of the order coming up with Lucas Hammerly, Braylon Nystrom, and Kaysen Sager here. So 1, 2, and 3. And Brecken Bolvier back out on the hill for his 2nd inning of work here for Chippewa Falls. Chippewa Falls out front 5-3 here. And Bolvier's pitch misses high and out, so it's 1-0 now to Lucas. Fastball in there to Lucas now, so it's 1-1. That'll miss, so it's 2-1 now. And ball high, so hitters count 3-1 coming up here to Hammerly. And a called strike 2, so it's full now. So the 3-2 offering here from Bolvier. Ball hit. That's down into the gap. That's extra bases for Hammerly. He's on his way to 2nd. And he'll be in there with a stand-up double to lead things off here in this bottom half of the 7th frame for Plover, the double.
Number 17, Braylon Nystrom.
And that'll bring up Braylon Nystrom. And they'll intentional walk Nystrom.
That brings up center fielder number 12, Keeson Sager.
So nobody out here now, and a couple runners aboard with Hammerly down at second, and Nystrom, the tying run over at first for Plover, and Keeson Sager coming up. Kaysen 1 for 3 here tonight in this one. That ball misses high, so it's 2-0 now. And coach coming out here to say a few words maybe here. We'll see if they make a change or not. It looks like they are going to make a change. We'll go to commercial break here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back here in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we're back out here. Pitching change here for Chippewa Falls as Lucas Logslet in relief here for Chippewa Falls here, and Plover with nobody out here trying to get back into this thing. Nobody out with Hammerly down at second and Nystrom down at first, and Keeson Sager here with a 2-0 count coming up. So Logslet from the stretch, the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Two-one pitch here from Logslet. Nobody out. Bunt.
That's exactly what you want to do. Oh, that hit that edge of that. It was a great bunt. Hit the edge of the grass.
So 2-2 count now.
He's hurt.
And looks like Logslet exiting here. We'll get a change here of pitchers, and we'll take a commercial pause here. We're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We will be back here in just a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
He enters here with nobody out in the bottom half of inning number 7. His team out front 5-3 here, but Lucas Hammerly out at second and Braylon Nystrom out at first. And Kaysen Sager with a 2-2 count here coming up. So it's been one of those games here where somewhat synonymous with the last game. We had a little bit of back and forth. Plover came back in that first one to tie it up, and then of course we went a number of innings extra in that one, and Plover ultimately came out of there with a 5-4 victory. They trail here, however, by 2 runs, but nobody out, and Sager with a 2-2 count and some speed on the base paths. And Alger, the right-hander here, working out of the stretch to Sager. His 2-2 offering. Down in the dirt, and Hammerly aboard at third. So Hammerly steals third there, and runner is now at the corner. And it's a full count coming up here for Kaysen Sager. And Frederick communicating to his infield here in this 1-3 runner in the corner situation here. And a called third strike. Sager for the first out. And that'll bring up Chase Geyer. He doubled and scored a run in his last at-bat. He had that scorching double off the left field fence. And the run scored. So runners at the corner now, 1 out for Geyer. And pitch in there for a called strike, and Nystrom down to second. So it's 0-1 here. Geyer swings and misses. The count goes 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And the second out here with Darren Grabsky coming up. Darren 1-for-3 in this one. 2 outs. You've got Hammerly over at third and Nystrom out at second. Alger in there, and he'll miss. Bid up, so it's 1-0 now here to Grabsky. Alger, the 4th pitcher here used for Chippewa Falls in this one. Plover had Opper, who started it off for them, and then Darren Grabsky in relief. And a strike in there. So it's 1-1 now to Grabsky. Fastball in there, strike 2. Now missed down low, so it goes even 2-2 now here to Grabsky. Grabsky will stay alive and fouling that one off. So 2s are wild here, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Plover needs 2 to keep this thing going here. Grabsky hits that one pretty well. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And Nystrom coming home, and he will score, and they will tie things up here. And Grabsky with a double to keep this game going well into the 11:35 hour here out at Memorial Park.
Now, shortstop, number 1, Dan Gruba.
And it's tied up here at 5 apiece. And Grabsky with a double. And he represents the winning run here for Plover. And Ben Gruba coming up. So it's 1-0 now to Gruba. So Grabsky down at second. He represents the winning run for Plover. And a strike called to Ben Gruba. That ball's going to get hit out of play and foul, so it goes 1-2 now. That'll miss down and that'll get away, and Grabsky will go 90 more feet towards third base. He'll be wild pitch there, so it's 2-2 now here on Gruba with Grabsky out at third. The winning run just 90 feet away here. We're closing in on the midnight hour here. And Gruba strikes out swinging for the third out here. But a couple of runs come across here. They tie things back up. Couple runs, couple hits. Runner left on. 7 innings in the books. It's 5-5. We move to the 8th inning here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare.
All right, we're back out here for the 8th inning now. Carter Berg to lead things off here. Carter has a couple hits tonight. He is 2 for 3 on the evening. Singles in the 4th and 6th inning, and a strikeout looking in the 2nd inning. And Grabsky back out for his 2nd inning of work, and he's heading the count now 1-1. So Darren's 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air pretty high. That should be playable for Gruba out at short. He'll make the play for out number 1. to retire Carter Berg, and that'll bring up
Now batting left fielder.
left
number 1,
fielder
Denning.
Ian Denning here. Denning 0 for 2 tonight. Grabsky in there for called strike 1, so quickly up 0-1 here in the count. Denning swings and misses through that, so it is now quickly an 0-2 count to Denning. And a nice pitch there by Grabsky for the second out, and a serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout there for Darren Grabsky. You can call Jamie Wenzel at serve pro for the number 1 choice, and cleanup and restoration. A quick 2 outs here for Carter Stelter. Carter 0 for 3 here tonight in this one. Carter hitting here in the 9th spot. Grabsky working this 8th inning, and that's in there for a called strike, so it's 1-1 now to Stelter. And that's down though, so it's 2-1. And Stelter fouling that one out of play, so it goes even now at 2-2. And a called third strike. And a nice pitch there by Grabsky. That's another serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. You can call Jamie Wenzel at serve pro for the number 1 choice and cleanup and restoration. So Plover coming up here in their bottom half of inning number 8. We're in extra innings here, all tied up at 5 apiece. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Leading off for the Black Sox, third baseman, number 8, Adam Neskoviak.
All right, we're back out here. Adam Neskoviak will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8 here. So 7, 8, 9 coming up here for Plover. Preston Alger back out here for another inning of work here for Chippewa Falls. And that's in there for a called strike to Neskoviak, so it's an 0-1 count now. Ball down, so 1-1. Adam hits that one on the screws. That's going over the head of the left fielder. Adam running to second here. He'll be in for a stand-up double, and Adam Neskoviak leading things off here in this bottom half of inning number 8. And that ball just kept carrying again here, and it's a stand-up double for Neskoviak. And Willie Washington here, he'll pinch hit here in the number 8 spot. Nobody out here, and Skoviak out at second. Washington showing bunt. He'll bunt that one foul. So the 0-1 pitch here from Olger. That'll get away from Frederick, and Skoviak down to third now.
On some green, let's go.
So it's a 1-1 count coming up here now to Willie Washington. Nobody out here. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning here. And that ball misses down, so it's 2-1 now. And Willie's swinging at that one, fouling it back, so it's 2-2 now. So the 2-2 pitch coming up here to Willie Washington. They'll check to see, and he did not go. So a count goes full now. It's a full count coming up here with Willie Washington at the dish and Adam Skoviak 90 feet away from home here. And Washington fouling that one off. And Washington aboard with a base on ball.
Now batting your catcher, number 9, Tim Sackman.
Runners at the corner with nobody out, and Tim Sackman coming up here now. The smooth operator Tim Sackman here. Looking to maybe try to close this one out himself. Led off this inning with Adam Skoviak's stand-up double. Willie Washington walk now. Runners at the corner with nobody out, and Skoviak, the winning run, just 90 feet away here for Plover. Olger working out of the stretch here. And Willie down to second there.
Well, now you have to put him on, actually. I think you do.
And that ball misses high to Sackman, so it's 2-0 now to Timmy. And that misses, so it goes 3-0 now to Tim Sackman. You got Skoviak down at third and Washington down at second. And fastball in there. It's now a 3-1 count here to Sackman. Sackman, that'll be a base hit, and that'll score the winning run. That's Timmy Sackman walking it off here. And Adam Skoviak scores the winning run. Plover with a 6-5 victory. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. I know it's late, but hopefully maybe we can get a few words here. Coming up next is a Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll take a brief commercial break here. We'll hopefully get maybe a word or two from Coach here. I know it's getting late, but it is a Friday night, and you come out of here 2-0 on 21 innings worth of baseball in walk-off fashion with Tim Sackman. Again, a final here, 6-5. We'll be back here momentarily with our Nasonville Dairy post-game show and listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
All right, we are out here with Zaleski Sports here. You guys come out here 21 innings of baseball tonight. A grind. We got to be getting close to that midnight hour, but you guys come out here. Tim, you had the walk-off hit. Talk about a game like that. Not only a game like that, but really just two grinding baseball games. You go 13 innings the first game. You come out of there with a 1-0 victory. And you get a little bit of water, cold water to top things off. But Tim, I know you're one of the upperclassmen. I know you just finished your first year of college at UW Eau Claire, the Pacelli grad. My son Brock, you guys played together for a long time. Talk about a game like this tonight.
I mean, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, 13 innings is a long game, and then you got to catch another 8 after it. And it's just about attitude. Come into a game and you can easily think that I don't want to be here. I don't want to play hard, and there were times where it crossed my mind, but I think just persevering through it and having a good attitude about playing the game of baseball.
Yeah, you did. And did you catch all 21 innings tonight?
Yeah,
Holy smokes, man. It's a good thing you're young. Your knees are going to hold up. I don't know that I could do that, but I give you credit. You guys, again, come out of here walk-off fashion. You get that walk-off base hit down the line. 21 innings of baseball. You beat a good Chippewa Falls team. Tim, you guys are back at it tomorrow, I think, and then you guys have a game on Sunday. Anything else? We want to get you down in the Zaleski Sports and get you into bed here before 2 in the morning here tonight.
I don't think so.
All right, well, I think you know the drill. We'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Tim Sackman, and I'm in the house.
That is Timmy Sackman. Nice job, Tim. That's Tim Sackman, tonight's Zaleski Sports Highlight House player. The second game here tonight, Plover comes out of here with a 6-5 walk-off winner by Tim Sackman. They go 2-0 today on a grinding baseball day. Started, I think the first game started at 5:30. We're almost at midnight here, but nonetheless, they come out of here 2-0 tonight in the first of 3 days here in the Schluter Classic. And Tim Sackman, who we just talked to, the Zaleski Sports Highlight House player tonight. From everybody at Zaleski Sports, it's been fun. Chase Lyons on our production tonight. Brandon Berencott giving you the call here tonight. We had a blast out here at Memorial Park. We'll be out here again tomorrow and Sunday. I think Mike Wenlant doing the call tomorrow. I'll be back here on Sunday. But again, a final out here, 6-5 Plover over Chippewa Falls. Have yourselves a very good Friday evening and have a good night.